Welcome to downtown Largo, Florida. It's the middle of July 2019, and we're going to talk today about pawn shops. We are not a pawn shop. We buy, sell, trade. We buy our merchandise, and then we sell our merchandise. So we always take physical ownership. In general, our type of business, coins, gold, diamond jewelry, buying and selling, we've always been a step above the pawn shops as far as what do we pay. But let's talk about what's going on in the pawn industry. Right now, you have a lot of competition in that industry. You have a lot of big box pawn shops. What does that mean? Just like we have big box jewelry stores, like the bigger places that are in malls, you have these big pawn shops that are owned by national corporations that set up shop, and they basically try to buy, sell, and trade, and they squeeze a lot of these small pawn shops out. What that does is it reduces what they have to pay. Now, I'm not saying they have a monopoly, but they can basically set the price of what they're doing. What does that mean to you? It means probably you're not going to get paid as much. Let's talk about something else. I talked to a couple of my pawn shop buddies because being in this business, we deal a lot with them. We buy their scrap gold, their jewelry, their diamonds. And I've talked to him, I said, what is going on in the pawn business? He says, hey, Chris, I used to buy tools, bikes. I used to buy crock pots, microwaves, stereos, computers. He goes, I can't do that anymore. I said, why not? He goes, big stores, Walmart, Sam's Club, Costco. I still didn't know what he was talking about. He goes, go take a look. You'll see what I'm talking about. So I went in, cute little story. My fiance sent me for a crock pot. So I went in there, and the last time I went and bought a crock pot was 20 years ago. So I grabbed about $120 figuring I need to go. I know these things are expensive because I'm thinking of the Sears and JCPenney days when it was all quality merchandise, made in America, well done, sold at those companies. And I went into Walmart looking for a crock pot, and I'm looking at these crock pots, and they're priced $19.95. I'm thinking that couldn't be. They were $100 20 years ago. And I even had to stop a salesperson. Is this a crock pot? I knew it was, but there you guess. I said, $19? It had all these functions, well packaged. Where was it made? In China. And I'm thinking to myself, how can they produce a crock pot in China with the packaging, the shipping, the patents, getting it over here, and only charge me $19 with selling it to Walmart? So what I'm trying to figure out is, how could they do it? But it showed me everything's that cheap, whether it's bicycles, computers, stereos, TVs. That has basically put the pawn shops out of business because they can't buy and sell and loan on those. So are there any pawn shops left? Yes, the big box ones. Are they paying a lot? No. Are smaller shops there? Mom and pop pawn shops are on the way out. There won't be very many probably in the next 5 to 10 years. So that reduces the competition levels and makes it harder for you to get more for your money. So basically what I'm trying to say is, we used to be a tier up from pawn shops, but basically right now we are probably one of your only options unless you want to go to these big box stores. So with that in mind, if you do have any questions about items you want to sell, listen, we only do precious metals, we only do jewelry, we only do crystal, we only do flatware, watches, but we can help you with that. But if you have bikes, TVs, stereos, pretty much there's not much resell on any of that. Again, I hope this helps. Thanks for tuning in, but it just gives you an overview of what has changed in our market. Thank you very much.